Today on Open Minds UFO Report, UFO photographed over the home of the Loch Ness Monster, data specialists make interesting discoveries with new UFO maps, and a UFO video caught over Mayan ruins in Mexico. Your Open Minds UFO Report starts now. Hello and welcome to the Open Minds UFO Report. My name is Alejandro Rojas. That's right, UFOs have been photographed over the home of the Loch Ness Monster, who is more affectionately known as Nessie. A pair of strange objects appeared in a picture taken by vacationers in Loch Ness. Although the couple who took the picture are not UFO believers, they say they can't explain what showed up in their picture. Alan and Anna Betts were vacationing with Anna's parents in a holiday cottage near Urquhart Castle in April. The castle is a Nessie hunter hotspot, and according to the Huffington Post, there is even a live streaming camera mounted there where monster hunters can hunt for Nessie in the comfort of their own homes. On the day the picture was taken, the vacationers say it had been raining, and when the rain stopped and the sun began to peek out of the clouds, Anna's mother went out and snapped a picture of the landscape. No one had seen anything peculiar at the time. However, in hindsight, Alan told Cater News Agency, their Akita dog had been acting weird and barking at the sky. The family joked that perhaps it had seen Nessie. It wasn't until recently, while the Betts were reviewing their picture, that they noticed the odd objects over the loch. Alan told Caters, on the PC screen the resolution was better and it was only then we saw the objects. When we zoomed in, we were in shock. I can't offer any logical explanation. I am probably one of the most skeptical people you could find about things like this, but I just can't explain what it is. I know what it looks like, though. Lee Spiegel of the Huffington Post was able to contact the couple by email. We talked to him about what the objects caught in the picture might be. All right, thanks for joining us, Lee.
Thank you for having me again, Alejandro.
So you were able to talk via email with the people who got this photo, right. And I said, what did they tell you?
Well, basically, it was Alan and Anna Betts. They were on a holiday with her parents at Loch Ness, in and around the area of the famous Urquhart Castle, which, as you know, is probably in so many hundreds of thousands of pictures where people claim that they've actually seen the Nessie, the creature of the loch. It's such a foreboding castle. It sits on a high hill on a rocky ledge overlooking the loch, so you get great views from it. And this is where they were vacationing nearby at a cottage. And they, on this particular day, the day that started off bright sunshiny, they said. Then the weather changed dramatically, they said, and then it started raining heavily. And at about that time, Anna's mother grabbed a camera because it was so dramatic outside, and she just stepped outside, took a picture of the surrounding area, and went back inside. And they didn't even look at their vacation holiday pictures right away. They went back home, and it wasn't until very recently, when they were looking at their vacation pictures, that they found this one shot that Anna's mother had taken, and it had these two little things in it. And because it was a digital camera, they connected it to the PC and zoomed in, and lo and behold, there were what appeared to be two disc-shaped objects right above the loch, and they were all stunned by what they saw. Now, I never had the impression, and I don't believe there's any kind of hoaxing involved. I don't think that there was any Photoshop thing happening. I think they were genuinely surprised at what they caught on camera.
Mm-hmm. And they were all skeptical, right?
Yeah, very skeptical family, especially when it comes to things like UFOs. And so they then contacted the Caters News Agency, and they gave them the photograph first, and they gave them some quotes. And then through our contacts, HuffPost contacts with Caters, they put me in touch with the couple. and who agreed to talk to me through email. And they couldn't have been nicer. They were totally responsive. They were happy to cooperate. And I didn't feel like there were any shenanigans about this, and that it was whatever it was that they accidentally photographed was just still unexplained.
Mm-hmm. Now, they also said that, some people had suggested that perhaps it was some muck on the lens,
Yeah.
or water on the lens, but at least it seems like Anna had told you that she didn't think that was the case.
Yeah, there was even someone who said, used the word some kind of reflection off of a light somewhere. And she very specifically said that there were no lights there, right there outside the cabin or the cottage. There were no lights inside the room looking out that window that would have looked like the two objects that they eventually caught on camera. So she was already clarifying that she knew, she said, there was nothing there that even closely resembled what it is they got in that picture.
Yeah, that's what's interesting. And I just got something right before I came in here to talk with you.
Yeah.
And it does seem as though there might be a mistake in their memory in that this guy was able to take the photo. He figured out what cottage they were in, and he got photos of this cottage and the interior and the exterior to show that this had to be the same place. And he was able to look at the photo and show that it actually looks like there is a reflection of drapes. And with the digital photo, you can see this, and I was surprised to see this myself, which indicates that maybe and it wouldn't be the first time I ran across this, probably not you either, they forgot that they actually were inside and not outside. And he was also able to show the lights configuration inside of the home with these pictures, and that there is a similar light. And why are there two? Because Anna made the point, why are there two side by side? Double paned glass would reproduce that image twice, and they also showed examples of double pane glass doing this sort of thing. So surprisingly, it seems like there might have been a mistake made.
Well, I tell you what, was he in touch with you at all about this?
No, this is somebody responded. It was a comment on social media with the link to this story, although I'm sure that we could get a hold of those people.
Well, you know what? If there is an actual picture taken by another person that shows the same objects seemingly over the loch, and if they give us permission, I'll print it. I'll do an update to my story and say, hey, folks, what's this all about? Sure, I would do that. And I would also recontact the Betts family and say, we heard from someone else who makes this claim, and I would send them the photo by email and say, here's another photo taken by someone else that seems to show the same thing that you folks photographed. Mm-hmm. I would do that. Why not? It's like it's getting to the truth. I'm not going to just leave this hanging. If there is a higher truth about this, let's do it. Let's make sure everybody knows about it and then move on.
We'll look for more information and see what happens with this story. But it is fun, of course. It's in the Loch Ness Monster area. And has there been any recent Loch Ness Monster news that you know of?
No, not that I've heard about, because I have one of those Google alerts. So if anything appears anywhere in the world about Loch Ness or the monster, if there's anybody that's made a sighting, and even if it appeared in a local newspaper, Google will send me the story. So I haven't seen anything.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you, Lee.
All right, anytime, Alejandro.
UFO maps seem to be a popular way for data specialists to demonstrate their skills. A couple of weeks ago, a data scientist created a couple of interactive maps to show where UFO sightings are taking place, focusing on mass UFO sightings. And now, last week, another data company has put together a really cool UFO map showing where UFOs are reported and what is reported when. Max Galka is a New Yorker that says he's fascinated with data. He runs the website metrocosm.com. He writes, Metrocosm is an exploration of urban life through the lens of statistics, data, and quantitative visualization. His latest examination is of UFO sightings. Galka created a very detailed interactive map with sightings that go back to 1905. The data comes from the National UFO Reporting Center, also known as NUFORC. The map allows viewers to zoom into their area and click on UFO sighting events to get more detail. Some of the details come from another UFO sighting reporting organization, the Mutual UFO Network, also known as MUFON. Playing with the map can easily take up the rest of your day, and now that some of you have the link, your day may be shot. However, another interesting thing Galka did was take a look at incidents that garnered the highest number of UFO reports and listed the top 10. Galka points out that many of these sightings are in the Illinois area. He put together another map showing the states that have the most UFO sightings per capita. He notes that Illinois ranks low compared to other states. More recently, a software company specializing in enterprise risk visualization has put together some great maps analyzing UFO sightings, including data such as what is seen when and where. IDV Solutions posted the map on their UX blog, where they post various data visualization examples. Some of them, including their UFO maps, are quite stunning. The first of their maps show the sightings per capita, in other words, how many UFO sightings reported per person. The makers note, of course, as is the case for observation data, there is a strong tendency towards echoing a population map. That is why they felt it would be more accurate to display the sightings per capita to find out where there are more reports compared to the population. Like other maps have found, including our own Open Minds maps we produced at the beginning of each year, they find UFO sightings are more frequent per person in the West. The map also shows trends for the type of craft that are often reported. Interestingly, they found the most popular type of object is what lists as a light, fireball, or a flash. They also show how this type of report has increased over the year. Also very interesting is that our cliché UFO disc sighting has greatly decreased over the years. The map also analyzes the time of year and time of day UFO sightings take place. It appears most sightings happen between 9 and 10 p.m., and the busiest time of the year for UFO reports is July. It's great to see that many mainstream companies are getting involved in UFO analysis. Maybe this trend indicates that the topic is being accepted more widely by the general public. Locals to the castle ruins in Tulum, Mexico might be wondering if their area is a UFO hotspot after a tourist videotaped an unknown object crossing the sky in May, 22 months after a Google Street View camera caught a cigar-shaped UFO moving in the same area. The cigar UFO was caught on video by a tourist in May 2015, according to YouTube user UFOVNI2012 in a June 10, 2015 upload. According to the video, a tourist stated that his wife was lying on the beach near the castle ruins in Tulum and reported weird, mysterious flashes twice in the daytime sky. The woman's husband then began videotaping the sky in the hopes of capturing the flashes, but instead caught what appears to be an object moving through the clouds. The same spot was a point of curiosity in July 2013 when a Google Street View camera caught what appears to be a cigar-shaped object moving over the same area. In the July 2013 video, the object makes a 90-degree turn, hovers momentarily, and then disappears. Tulum is the site of a pre-Columbian Maya walled city. The ruins are situated on a 39-foot tall cliff along the east coast of the Yucatan Peninsula in the Caribbean Sea in the state of Quintana Roo in Mexico. As for the videos, some have suggested the 2015 video is simply due to reflections on the camera lens and that the 2013 video is due to a bug on the camera. Others are not so sure. Check out the story at openminds.tv and leave us a comment letting us know what you think. That's your Open Minds UFO report for today. You can find these stories and more at openminds.tv. We post fresh UFO news daily. You can also follow us on Twitter at OpenMindsTV, and you can find us on Facebook. Don't forget to register for the International UFO Congress, the Guinness World Record holding largest UFO convention. Early registration is open now, so reserve your spot at the lowest price available all year at ufocongress.com. Let us know if you enjoyed today's episode by liking the episode on YouTube and leaving us your comments in the section below. You can also download our podcast, Open Minds UFO Radio, on iTunes or at openminds.tv/radio. Thanks again for joining us today for OpenMinds.tv. I'm Alejandro Rojas.